when you have a director who, it doesn't, not so much that they love you, but they love what you bring. They love the character, and they love how you're doing the character, and they're so getting off. And of course, you've had this in spades in, you know, one of the most famous movies you've ever made, Ferris Bueller, where, I mean, the guy, it's an astoundingly successful film, and an iconic film, and it makes you this kind of, you know, superstar of that, you know, that generation of however you want to characterize it. But it's also, you got to carry the whole thing on your back, you know. What was that experience like? Who directed Ferris Bueller?
Gordon Foote.
Yeah, right.
John Hughes.
John Hughes. And what was that like? How did that work with Hughes too, bro? Tell me what your Hughes experience was.
What did you do?
That she's having a baby with Kevin Bacon. Yeah, I had a very small, but I love working with John. But tell me what yours.
John Hughes, that's an example of somebody who's just tuned into your performance. It's so important, you know. He knew what to use of me in that part, you know. He knew how to get it out of me and how to edit it, and he was hilariously funny and quiet, and sometimes could be very quiet. Like you think, does John hate me? And people would say, I don't think so. And then 2 weeks later he'd say, I don't hate you, I was a little mad about something that had happened, but I'm not anymore. But also we ended up extremely easy to work with. He was the most easy person for me to work with by the end of that. Not that it wasn't a little difficult getting there, but by the end I felt like I could get an idea, and I didn't even have to finish explaining the idea, and he was very open. He'd say, oh yeah, okay, I know what you mean.
He's the only person I ever worked with who had cue cards while we were shooting. And I was doing a scene where I was talking to someone, and I was with my girlfriend, and we were supposed to be horrifying Kevin Bacon and Elizabeth McGovern with our debauched lifestyle. Yeah. And the girlfriend, she said to me, so where are you guys coming from recently? And John would write notes, little shorthand notes on cue cards while the cameras were on.
Oh my God.
So she was like, what cities have you been to? Which ones do you like? And John would write, Berlin, lesbians. And he'd hold it up to the girl. The girl would go, well, you know, Berlin is so full of lesbians. That's not my scene. I mean, John was the only one who ever made that. I know.
He would write while you were shooting all the time. And it was a wonderful, ultimately.